One more thing I wanted to add about text is putting text on a path. First, you have to establish the path. So you can take, for example, one of these tools here that are there when you hold down the drop-down box. So let's just use the Ellipse tool for an example. I can draw a shape. If I don't hold the Shift key, just like in Photoshop, it'll make an oval, and you can kind of figure out what shape you want that to be. If I want it to be a circle, I can just hold the Shift key down, and it'll constrain the proportions so that I have a nice circle. But let's say I want to put some text on a curved area. I can also push and pull these the way I want. So what I do is I draw this ellipse, and obviously the fill and the stroke are set here. So we're going to take those away. I'm going to just click here on none for the stroke, for the fill, and on the stroke I'm going to do the same thing. So now all I have is just the line or the selection tool. So what I'm going to do to put text on the path, on the text tool, here was the text tool that we normally used, but if I click and I hold this, I can get type on a path tool. And what this does is it lets me, if I click on this, actually type onto, or it'll snap to a path. And in this case, the oval is the path. So I'm going to put in here Martha's Vineyard Regional High School. Okay, well, big deal, right? Because there's nothing going on here. So I'm going to highlight that just like I would any other text, and I'm going to change this font size. And I might change the type. Let's do Apple Casual. Okay, now you can see that when I made the type larger, the whole thing kind of curved around. Now, most of the time, you're probably not going to want that. So when I get off of the text tool and I click the black arrow tool, or the filled in arrow tool, you'll see that there's two kind of handles that are here. Now, when I mouse over them, you're going to see an arrow that goes to the right. And over here, you probably can't see it yet. I'm just going to click on that and slide it over, and you can see that it will move the type to the right. And now if I click on this one, it will tell me that it'll move the type to the left. But it doesn't really. But what it does do is open up that path so that then I can click on this and bring the type back. So if I bring this through here, it's going to disappear, and it's going to give me that funky red X in the text box. So I'm just going to do a Control Z. I'm going to pull this all around a little bit more, and then I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to try and get this to sort of be even. Actually, this looks pretty good as it is. And you can see here that the handles kind of tell me where the middle is. I'm going to just bring that over. All right, so that doesn't look so great, but I can adjust the handles to make this work the way I want it to. I can elongate it. I might still have to play with it a little bit, but there are kind of multiple ways to be able to use this type on a text tool. So I just wanted to show you that, and go forward with your designs. I look forward to seeing what you do.